The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't just another flagship. It's a statement about how far Samsung can push design and functionality while keeping it elegant. Holding it in your hand, the first thing you notice is how surprisingly light it feels. At 214 grams, it's lighter than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which tips the scale at 231 grams. Combine that with a slimmer profile, 7.9 mm versus the iPhone's 8.75 mm, and suddenly, Samsung isn't just chasing numbers, it's redefining comfort and ergonomics. And it's not just the Ultra, the standard S26 weighs 164 grams, and the S26 Plus hits 191 grams, showing that Samsung has refined the entire lineup, not just the flagship. Welcome back viewers, James here. Like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives like this! Now, if you're expecting Samsung to go all out on specs, there's one area that might surprise you: RAM. In a world where Android flagships quietly move to 16 GB, Samsung is holding firm with 12 GB for most markets. The top-tier 16 GB model plus 1 TB storage is only available in select regions, mostly China and neighboring markets. It's a move that some power users might find disappointing, but it's worth noting that Samsung has upgraded to faster LPDDR5X memory running at 10.7 GB DICE. That speed jump isn't just a number. It translates to smoother AI processing, faster multi-frame HDR, and improved 8K video capture, even if the raw RAM figure hasn't changed. Speaking of cameras, the S26 Ultra isn't trying to shock you with massive megapixel numbers this time. The main shooter is a 200MP beast, paired with a 50MP ultrawide and a 50MP 5x telephoto lens, along with the familiar 10MP 3x telephoto. The front camera has finally gotten an upgrade too, moving to 12MP and now sporting a larger 4mm punch hole that captures an 85-degree field of view. That means selfies won't cut people out at the edges anymore, and group shots finally feel natural. Rumors of a bigger sensor didn't materialize, but Samsung's smarter RAM and AI improvements make processing faster, reduce noise, and improve color accuracy. So in practice, the results might surprise you more than the numbers suggest. Let's break down the dimensions a bit, because Samsung measures on refinement. The S.3-inch S26 measures 149.471.5 by 6.99-inch plus hits 158.475.8 out of 7.3 mm, and the 6.9-inch Ultra is 163.6 is 78.1 to 7.9 mm. Every curve is slightly more pronounced, bezels are narrower, and the frame feels more ergonomic. It's subtle, but when you're holding it, these small changes add up. Combine that with a sleek, slightly sharper design than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and Samsung manages to make the Ultra feel luxurious without being heavy or bulky. Battery rumors have been swirling, but Samsung has stuck to a 5000 mAh battery with 60W fast charging. No surprises, but that's actually good news for reliability and thermal management. Pair that with LPDDR5X RAM's efficiency, and you get smoother performance during gaming, 8K video recording, and AI-heavy apps without overheating. And while the Ultra series has always been about pushing specs, the S26 Ultra shows a new philosophy: refine what works rather than adding upgrades just for the headline. This is also evident in the display. The S26 Ultra sports a slightly taller and narrower screen with softer, rounded edges. Bezels are slim yet practical, and the frame's subtle curves improve grip without compromising on style. While competitors may chase higher refresh rates or bigger megapixels, Samsung is quietly perfecting the experience: smoother scrolling, improved touch response, and better ergonomics. It's the kind of polish that only becomes noticeable when you compare it side by side with last year's S25 Ultra or the iPhone 17 Pro Max. But let's circle back to RAM, because this is where the debate heats up. Power users have been clamoring for 16 GB globally, but Samsung's cautious approach might actually make sense. Memory prices are high, AI apps are consuming more RAM than ever, and global supply isn't infinite. Offering 16 GB worldwide could have raised costs significantly, and Samsung is betting that most users won't notice the difference. Still, when competitors like Google's Pixel 10 Pro and OnePlus 15 are shipping 16 GB everywhere, Samsung risks being perceived as holding back, even if the real-world impact is minimal for most users. The S26 Ultra isn't just about numbers. It's about the complete package. Faster RAM, improved camera processing, ergonomic refinements, and a sleeker display combine to create a device that feels modern and premium. Even small touches, like the larger front camera field of view or smoother HDR processing, make the experience feel smarter. Samsung has clearly focused on usability, comfort, and performance, rather than chasing a spec sheet that reads like a tech magazine cover. Ultimately, the Galaxy S26 Ultra seems like a phone for people who appreciate balance. It's not about shouting the biggest megapixels or RAM numbers. It's about feeling good in the hand, capturing great photos, and handling demanding tasks efficiently. Samsung's restraint is part strategy, part practicality, and part design philosophy. By holding back in certain areas and refining others, they might have created a device that doesn't just impress on paper. It impresses in everyday use. Only the official launch will tell us how the market reacts. Will users embrace the Ultra's thoughtful refinements, or demand the full 16GB experience everywhere? One thing is clear, Samsung has a flagship that's both stylish and smart, and it's ready to compete with any device out there, including Apple's latest. And for tech enthusiasts like us, it's going to be fascinating to see how it performs in real-world tests. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll be breaking down performance tests, camera comparisons, and battery benchmarks as soon as the Galaxy S26 Ultra launches, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's next.